Divine alert. Your blessing has arrived. Check your balance in 10 minutes. Prayer for money. In the next 48 hours, your life could take an unexpected turn as the angels are signaling a financial breakthrough just around the corner. Picture this moment, a message from the divine, telling you that the blessings you've been waiting for are finally arriving. Your blessing has arrived. Check your balance in 10 minutes. The angels are declaring. This isn't just a mere promise, it's a divine alert, a reminder that the universe has aligned in your favor. It's time to open your heart and your mind to the abundance that is already on its way to you. Have you ever felt the deep knowing that God's provision is always present, even when you can't yet see it? It's like a seed planted in the ground, quietly growing until it blooms into something magnificent. Psalm 20, verse 1 reminds us that the Lord answer thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. In your moment of need, God is already working behind the scenes to make your financial breakthrough possible. The angel's message is clear. Your time has come. But what if I told you that this is not just a lucky moment, but the result of your faith, your patience, and your alignment with divine energy? How often have you doubted whether your prayers for financial help would ever be answered? Perhaps you've asked, why haven't I seen the results yet? But just as the heavens open up in due season, so too does your opportunity to receive abundance. When we trust in God's timing and walk in faith, the blessings will appear in ways we never expected, just as the angels foretold. The truth is that wealth doesn't always come in the way we envision. God may send it in ways that challenge our faith and stretch our understanding of what's possible. That's why it's crucial to stay open, stay grateful, and above all, stay faithful to the promises God has made to you. In this moment, as you hear the divine alert, pause for a moment. Reflect on the goodness that is unfolding in your life. Have you been diligent in your prayers? Have you remained steadfast in your belief that God will provide? You see, it's not just about receiving money. It's about understanding that this blessing is a reflection of God's love for you. Every financial blessing you receive is a reminder of God's faithfulness, His provision, and His desire to see you prosper in every area of life. Just as Psalm 20, verse 5 says, "We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions." This is not just a financial miracle, it's a sign that your faith is being answered in this very moment. Now, how can you prepare to receive this blessing? First, open your heart and mind to the idea that abundance can come in many forms. Your blessing might not always be in the form of cash, but it will bring a transformation that will open doors, create opportunities, and move mountains in your life. Stay alert, stay hopeful, and trust that the angel's message is a divine confirmation that you are stepping into a season of divine favor. Take a moment now. Close your eyes and visualize yourself receiving that unexpected financial gift. How does it feel to know that the universe is conspiring on your behalf? What steps will you take today to align yourself even more with the abundance that's coming your way? One thing is certain, this is a time for action. When you receive this blessing, be ready to steward it well. When God blesses you with financial abundance, it's not only for your benefit, but also for you to bless others. Are you ready to share your blessing with the world, or will you keep it all to yourself? Remember that the purpose of financial abundance is to create positive change in your life and in the lives of others. You are meant to be a channel of God's blessings, flowing out into the world around you. Take a moment and ask yourself, how can I use this blessing to glorify God? How can I be a good steward of the wealth I am about to receive? Perhaps it's time to think beyond your immediate needs and consider how you can support those in your community, contribute to charitable causes, or invest in your personal growth. Abundance is not just about material gain, it's about the growth of your spirit and the positive impact you can have on others. As you anticipate the arrival of this blessing, let it inspire you to continue in faith. Trust that when the angels speak, it's a direct message from the divine, meant to encourage and uplift you. God is speaking directly to you in this moment, and He is assuring you that your prayers have been heard. Remember that financial blessings are not just random acts of fate. They are the result of God's loving care and His desire for you to experience a life of abundance and prosperity. You are on the verge of something powerful. The next 48 hours will bring forth the manifestation of a blessing so significant that it will change the course of your life. What will you do with it when it arrives? Will you honor God with your wealth? Use it to uplift others and continue to walk in faith. And these are the questions you must ask yourself as you prepare to receive the incredible blessings that are coming your way. Let this moment be a reminder God's timing is perfect and His plans for you are good. Just as the angels have said, your blessing is not just a random event. It's a divine promise coming to fruition. Stay hopeful, stay patient, and most importantly, stay aligned with God's will. Your breakthrough is coming, and when it arrives, remember to give thanks for the incredible grace that has brought it into your life. This is your time. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart, knowing that the best is yet to come. So, are you ready to receive your blessing? Are you ready to step into the abundant life that God has prepared for you? Your miracle is here. Take a deep breath. Feel the presence of the angels and trust that the divine plan is unfolding perfectly before your eyes. The next 48 hours will bring what you have long awaited, but how you receive it will determine the magnitude of the blessing's impact. The universe is about to open the doors to your prosperity. Stay in faith and keep your heart open. Your divine blessing is on its way. It's a beautiful thing when God sends a message straight to you, when His divine alert touches your heart in a way that you can feel it deep within your soul. Have you ever wondered why you're hearing this message today? Maybe, just maybe, it's because something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. There's a blessing that has been prepared just for you, and the time for it to manifest is now. Imagine, for a moment, that in the next 10 minutes, something that you've been waiting for, something that's been whispered into your heart by God Himself, is about to show up in your life. Have you been faithful? Have you believed? Then the reward is on its way. But before you check that bank balance, I want you to take a moment to reflect on something deeper. Something that might just unlock the full magnitude of this blessing. Healing, in the eyes of God, is never about going back to the person you were before. No, healing is about stepping into a new version of yourself, a version that is stronger, wiser, and more equipped to face the storms that life might throw your way. The person you were before didn't know how to shield themselves from life's challenge. They didn't understand the depths of divine protection and grace. But now, you are different. You've grown. You've learned. You've become more than just a survivor. You are now a conqueror in Christ. Psalm 20, verse 1 reminds us, "May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you." This is not just a verse, it's a promise, a divine assurance. God's protection is yours, not just when things are easy, but especially when the storm is fierce. Do you truly believe that God has you covered in every moment of life, even in the hard ones? Have you ever stopped to think that what seems like a setback might actually be a setup for something greater that God has in store for you? You see, when God promises blessings, He does not promise that everything will always be easy or smooth. In fact, quite the opposite is true. You will face storms, but in those storms, He will give you the wisdom to navigate through them and the strength to withstand them. It's not about returning to the naive person you were before the challenges. It's about growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient. As you move forward, you will notice that your heart will begin to align with His purpose for your life, and you'll be able to see the blessings that were always meant to be yours. You won't be the same person you were before, and that's a good thing. It's easy to fall into the trap of wishing things could go back to the way they were before the difficulties started. But my friend, you are not called to live in the past. You are called to walk boldly into your future with the knowledge that God has something greater ahead for you. His blessings don't come without growth. Sometimes, the pain you've experienced in life is not a sign that you're being punished, but a sign that you are being prepared for something bigger than you can imagine. There's a reason you're hearing this now. It's because you're ready to step into the next phase of your journey. Psalm 20, verse 4 says, "May He grant you your heart's desire and make all your plans succeed." This is not just a hopeful wish, it's a declaration of divine success. Your heart's desires are known to God, and He will align the desires of your heart with His perfect plan for your life. But it requires faith. It requires trusting that His timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't look like it to the natural eye. Think about the last few weeks, the struggles, the moments of doubt, the challenges you've faced. Have you ever questioned if you would make it through? Maybe you've had days when you felt like giving up, when you thought the storms of life were too much to bear. But here's what you need to understand. Every storm that comes your way is a test that you are not meant to face alone. God is with you, and as you lean into Him, He will guide you through each challenge and help you overcome. Your blessing is coming, but it is not simply a financial windfall. It's a deeper, richer blessing of wisdom, strength, and divine favor. When you open your heart to God's plan for your life, you begin to understand that His blessings come in many forms. Maybe you've been praying for financial prosperity, and now, God is about to release a breakthrough into your bank account. But what if that blessing also comes with the added gifts of peace, wisdom, and a deeper relationship with God? These are the true treasures of life, the blessings that will carry you through every storm. The world tells us that success is measured by what we have, but God measures success by who we become. He's not interested in restoring you to who you were before the storm. He wants to elevate you to a place where you can see and understand the fullness of His plan for your life. You are being prepared for something greater, and the time is now. The blessing you've been waiting for is coming, and as you stand in faith, you will see it manifest in your life in ways you've never imagined. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the greatest blessings come after the hardest battles? It's almost as if God allows us to face challenges because He knows we're strong enough to handle them. And on the other side, He has something waiting that will make it all worth it. Are you ready to receive what God has prepared for you? Do you trust that His timing is perfect? Even when things don't make sense in the moment. As you check your bank account today, know that you're not just receiving a financial blessing. You're receiving a divine confirmation that your faith has been seen, your prayers have been heard, and your breakthrough is here. But remember, the true blessing isn't just in the money. It's in the peace that comes with knowing that God's plan for you is unfolding exactly as it should. When you align your heart with His will, You open the door for blessings to flow into every area of your life. This is just the beginning. Are you ready to walk in the fullness of what God has for you? Take a moment, right now, to breathe deeply and let the peace of God settle in your heart. Know that you are not alone in this journey. Your blessing is here, and it's only the beginning of the good things that are to come. Keep believing, keep trusting, and keep praying, because with God, all things are possible. This next journey around the sun is a pivotal moment in your life, and it's time to recognize that your blessings are just around the corner. You have made it to this point, and it's not by accident. It's part of God's divine plan for you. Life, as we know it, is fleeting. Time is one thing we can never get back. Yet we often spend so much of it worrying about things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. We become consumed by the little details, the things that drain our energy, steal our peace, and hold us back from embracing the fullness of what God has in store for us. How many times have you found yourself comparing your life to others? How often do we get caught up in the cycles of complaining or gossiping, instead of focusing on the abundance God is already providing us? This way of thinking is not in line with the abundance that God has promised us. It's time to shift our perspective. Psalm 20, verse 1 tells us, "May the Lord answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you." This verse reminds us that God is always there, ready to guide us when we face difficulties. And His protection and blessings are never far away. The key to unlocking these blessings is trust and gratitude. Rather than constantly worrying about what we lack, we must focus on what we have, what God has already given us. You are on the brink of something great, but you must choose to embrace it by walking in faith, stepping out of the shadows of doubt and into the light of God's provision. It's so easy to get trapped in the daily grind, the pressures of work, the responsibilities of family, and the constant struggle to achieve more, get ahead, and make ends meet. But the truth is, this constant striving is often what keeps us from experiencing the miracles that are right in front of us. When you align yourself with God's purpose for your life, you stop striving and start receiving. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant that seed and nourish it with love, patience, and care, it will grow into something beautiful. But you cannot rush the process. So, why do we try to rush God's plan for our lives? But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint, as it says in Isaiah 40, verse 31. This verse reminds us that when we trust in God, He will renew our strength and guide us toward the abundant life He has promised. Now is the time to let go of the distractions and limitations that have been keeping you from receiving your blessings. The divine alert is here. Your blessing has arrived, and it's time to check your balance. You may not see it yet, but it's already on its way. There is a profound connection between faith and manifestation. Your belief in the unseen and your ability to act with conviction will bring your dreams to life. God's timing is always perfect, and while we may not understand why things unfold the way they do, trust that there is always a purpose behind every delay. Your financial victory is closer than you think. You are in a season of breakthrough, a time when abundance is flowing toward you in ways you may not even expect. As you embark on this new chapter, remember that you are a vessel for God's blessings. Your mindset plays a crucial role in receiving what God has already provided for you. If you are constantly focused on lack, that's what you will attract. But when you shift your focus to gratitude and trust, everything around you begins to change. Open your heart and mind to receive what is already yours. Know that your Heavenly Father has already prepared the way for you. There is nothing too difficult for God, and He is always working behind the scenes to ensure that His plans for you are fulfilled. Do not let fear or doubt stop you from embracing the wealth and abundance that is coming your way. Let go of the distractions that keep you stuck in a state of anxiety and fear. Life is too short to spend worrying about what might go wrong or about comparing yourself to others. Focus on what you can control: your faith, your actions, and your mindset. By doing so, you will attract the blessings that are already meant for you. Trust that, as you take steps in faith, God will meet you halfway and pour out His abundance into your life. In modern life, it can be easy to get lost in the hustle and bustle, to constantly feel like you're not where you want to be, or that you're not achieving enough. But remember, God's plan is not measured by worldly standards. It's measured by His purpose for your life, which is always bigger than what you can imagine. God's blessings come in many forms: financial prosperity, health, love, peace of mind. If you are struggling in one area, trust that God is moving in another, preparing you for the breakthroughs you need. You just have to trust that it's all part of the divine journey. As you check your balance, both physically and spiritually, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Your life has not been an accident. Every step you've taken has led you to this moment, where you stand on the precipice of great things to come. Don't allow fear or uncertainty to hold you back from claiming your inheritance. Your financial blessing is not just about money. It's about the peace, joy, and abundance that come from trusting in God's provision. You are being called to embrace this next phase of your journey with faith and expectation. The universe is aligning, and God's favor is upon you. The challenge now is to open your heart and mind to receive what God has already prepared for you. Don't be distracted by the noise or the naysayers. Keep your eyes fixed on God's promises, and remember that His blessings are always more than enough. You are deserving of everything that is coming your way. So, as you go about your day, remember that your blessing has already arrived, and it's time to embrace the fullness of what God has in store for you. Check your balance, both spiritually and materially, and prepare to receive the abundance that is yours by divine right. Now, as you reflect on these words, know that God has already answered your prayers. You are on the verge of a breakthrough. Trust in the process. Trust in God's timing, and trust that He has already set the path before you. Your financial victory is imminent, and with every step you take, you are closer to the blessings that are meant for you. God is good, and He is always faithful to His promises. Get ready, because this next trip around the sun will be filled with blessings beyond your imagination. And in this journey, know that you are not alone. God is with you every step of the way, and His favor will follow you all the days of your life. Divine alert, your blessing is already on the way. You are about to experience a financial breakthrough like never before. Within the next 48 hours, angels are whispering that a substantial amount of money will soon be entering your life. It's not just about luck. This is God's divine timing, and He is orchestrating something incredible for you. How do I know this? Because God's promises are always true. As it says in Psalm 20, verse 1, "May the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you." This is your moment, and everything is aligning in your favor right now. But here's the important part. You need to believe it. You must open your heart to the possibilities that are about to unfold. The universe, with God's guidance, is preparing to bless you abundantly. In these moments, you must act in faith and trust that what is coming is for you. Picture this in the next 10 minutes. Check your bank balance, and you might be surprised by what you find. This is no coincidence. This is divine favor at work. Your finances are being restored, and God is showing you the path to prosperity. Have you ever experienced moments when everything seemed impossible, yet God showed up and delivered exactly what you needed? That's because God is faithful, and He knows when to step in with His provision. Psalm 20 verse 7 reminds us, "Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God." It's time to trust in Him fully. He is your provider, and the financial breakthrough you've been waiting for is just around the corner. Think about your life for a moment. Have you been struggling with debt, facing challenges, or feeling as though your dreams of financial freedom are slipping away? God sees your struggle and has heard your prayers. He's about to open doors that no man can shut. As you move through these next few days, remember that God is not a man that He should lie. His promises to you are real. He sees you, He loves you, and He is ready to bless you in ways beyond your understanding. It's easy to get caught up in the stresses of life, but the truth is, God's provision is all around you. The abundance you've been seeking has already been set in motion. Can you feel the shift happening? The winds of change are blowing, and blessings are about to rain down on you. When you align yourself with faith and trust in God's promises, miracles happen. Now, I want you to reflect. Are you ready to receive the blessings that are coming your way? Are you ready to step into the new season of abundance and prosperity? The next 48 hours are crucial. Stay in a place of expectancy, knowing that your breakthrough is near. Let go of any doubts and embrace the truth that your blessing has already been sent. God is working behind the scenes to ensure that you receive everything you've been praying for. The key is to remain steadfast in your faith. Keep praying, keep believing, and keep trusting. When you stay rooted in God's Word, you will see His provision manifest in your life. This moment is yours to claim. Your faith, your persistence, and your trust in God are all aligning to bring this blessing into your life. In the coming days, expect unexpected financial opportunities to appear. Whether it's a gift, an unexpected income source, or a sudden financial breakthrough, trust that God is behind it all. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Your moment of financial victory is here. Don't be afraid to check your balance and see what God has already deposited into your life. You are about to walk into a new season where your financial struggles will be replaced with divine prosperity. As you await the fulfillment of this promise, remember that God is always with you. He knows the desires of your heart, and He is bringing them to fruition. Don't let fear or doubt cloud your vision. Stand firm in your faith, knowing that God is always on time, and His blessings are just around the corner. I challenge you today. Take a moment to thank God for the blessings you have already received and for those that are coming. Let your heart be filled with gratitude as you step into this season of divine abundance. Keep your eyes open and your heart receptive, because your breakthrough is already in motion. Know that God's timing is perfect, and He is about to overwhelm you with His goodness. Trust that your financial breakthrough is coming. You are about to experience the manifestation of God's promises in your life. Stay in faith, remain patient, and expect greatness. The next 48 hours are going to be filled with incredible surprises, and you'll look back and say, "It was God who did this for me." Keep declaring that your blessing is on the way, and trust that your miracle is already here. God's blessings are not just for a select few. They are for all of His children who trust and believe in Him. Your faith is what unlocks the doors of heaven, and it is by faith that you will see the manifestation of your financial breakthrough. So, don't just sit and wait. Start preparing yourself to receive. God is about to bless you beyond your wildest dreams. Step into the flow of His favor and let His abundance fill your life. So, are you ready to check your balance in 10 minutes? Believe that the blessing you've been waiting for is here. Stay expectant, stay faithful, and watch as God brings your breakthrough to pass. You are blessed, you are favored, and your financial miracle is already in motion.